I guess I don't see things the way they do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, when you see things change and you're not a part of the change, you feel left behind.
Then you resist it.
And then at that point, because if you don't have that growth mindset where you're not able to learn new things, infiltrate, adapt, then you're going to get left behind, and things are going to be, the basic. If you don't understand something, you usually resort to like a fearful anxiety, knee-jerk reaction to it. And it's a healthy distrust, obviously. That's how we are able to survive and make it through hardship. But, there's that level of, going with the flow a bit.
I kind of feel like it's a reaction rather than an action. You know what I mean? It's
like it's a survival reaction. Like, that's different.
An action is like, overcoming an obstacle when it comes at you right away.
Yeah.
And I think that's when you really evolve is, overcoming obstacles, failing. Yeah.
Failing fast is a big one. Yeah. And failure. Learning how to deal with something that didn't go right. So, that way you're okay with it. Because a lot of it, fear of success is the same as fear of failure, a lot of say. And so it's like, at that point, you handicap yourself. Can you say handicap nowadays?
I don't know.
Can you special parking sign yourself by not going through struggle?
I know most of them are the fastest drivers I've ever seen, so that's what freaks me out.
Oh.
Like, I can see their license plate and then the window, they're
Mario
and Dreddy. Like, these are not hot rods anyway. You're driving like a Sabri, a Buick.
Alright, well, the worst part is I wasn't recording any of our sound.
Oh, that's all right. So it's on video.
Oh, yeah.
Sound?
We got onboard mic. Oh, you're gonna be cleaning refrigerators out.
Yeah, that's gonna be your fun. Yeah, you don't really go out anymore. You gotta. There's too many things that you have on your plate to deal with. It's nice when you do because it's like once every 4 months or something.
It becomes an event.
Yeah, it's more eventful than it is trying to go out every day. I think responsible people have more shit to do. Not that you're irresponsible when you go out all the time.
Yeah.
I've been out all the time and still was responsible, but at the same time, I feel like you just fill your day with real things to do. Like you're actually trying to make your own goals. Cut down your list of things to do and accomplish your own personal goals that nobody else knows about.
Oh, and then if you do accomplish your own goals, people are like, "Oh, what? You're doing good? You can't be working on yourself. You didn't call me back. You didn't." It's like, sorry, man, I got life happening.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of that happens because they don't try to stay in the loop.
Yeah.
They expect you to try and stay in the loop, and life's, just like I don't expect people to stay in the loop because life is busy. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get lucky of meeting on the same plane of the same speed and you guys are hanging out all the time. And then sometimes life changes, for the both of you and you're not hanging out anymore. Yeah. That's just kind of the way things are. You know what I mean? It's the timing.
And I notice people that have things to do stay your friends longer or with less hiccups because since they have things to do, they're banking on the fact that that's the reason why you weren't calling them or making because they weren't either, so you both weren't, and they're like, cool, I'm not because I'm busy. And then their ego's in check and they're like, well, there's a good chance that that's why they're doing it too. It's not because they're like mad at me.
No, not at all.
So you're like all ego driven and when we come in, it's like maybe they're doing shit and that means you should do shit too, so then you'd be okay with them doing shit.
Well, and when you do have time to call each other, like you will give them a call, but like, you'll be so caught up in your own meowda that, time passes pretty fast.
And when you focus on taking care of your shit, there's less energy to,
focus on everybody else.
While you're actually being productive and getting your shit done. Yeah.
I mean, it's cool to stay in the now, but it takes a lot of work and time, which I don't. I'm pretty reclusey. I try.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I'll make the trip into town once in a while, and then after that it's an event because people are like, "Oh, I just did." I was like, "Okay,
where you been?" I'm like, "Well,
got 2 hours to drive."
I'm already counting down before I have to work it in. You know what I mean? Like
you're already planning the next day.
Yeah. Like, all right, cool. If I get home at 8, probably dinner, a couple hours, shower before bed, and then wake up the next day.
Netflix, chill.
Yeah.
Unwind the mind a bit.
Yeah, maybe a little scratching, crash, wake up, rinse, wash, repeat. For however many days to your next, you know what I mean? If you Dogs are cute. Everybody always hates
yeah. Dogs are cute.
Everybody hates on me about my dog's an animal and deal. And,
their responsibility is what people don't
well,
get.
no, it's not so much that. I feel spiritually I shouldn't be owning something that can't own me. You know what I mean? There's no equal reciprocity.
Well, and this is that danger now, since we've bred them to be so reliant on us.
I know.
It's like hard to turn your back because you're like, they're nothing without us now. They went from wolves to these little leg abilities.
Yeah. And also their lack of freedom.
Little satchel.
Yeah, I do. Their lack of freedom makes me feel like a suppressor of energy and freedom. And I'm like, no, I want to be free. It's not right for me to keep something that wants to be free. Birds, fish. I feel like it's just disservice.
One time we were talking, you were like, fucking birds. And I was like, hey, he's on one about birds. They full of bacteria. Why don't you like birds?
I don't know. Maybe it's some
you like them, but you're like, they're a natural predator to fish.
They are. Maybe it's the flight. I'm jealous of the flight.
Oh, okay. I
gotcha. That could be
and they're riddled with disease, so that doesn't help. Yeah, like, you can fly and you're dirty as fuck.
Their poops have a lot of bacteria. That I really appreciate what they do for the ecosystem, because without them, the ecosystem wouldn't maintain. The fish would naturally die.
Like bees.
Yes, just like bees. Why do you think I grow flowers? Why do you think I grow flowers? Yeah. And hummingbird, I want to give them some kind of sanctuary to live because I have the ability. So by not owning animals, I'm trying to give them a natural place to.
Oh, that's beautiful. I like that because time-wise, work-wise, you can't do a dog diligence with getting back in time. If you do a dog door, you now need to have a secure fence. If you have a dog with anxiety, the fence means nothing.
There's all that.
So there's so many roadblocks to actually giving a dog what it deserves, while not hindering your ability to keep this dog alive and healthy. So it's like it's a whole nother bracket.
Maybe it's like, if I die and am reincarnated, if people believe that, into a dog, I definitely don't want to live like this.
Oh, I would so fucking hate to live in a house.
So for me, I put myself in their shoes. Like, I deserve to be in a field, like, running for hundreds of miles and smelling everything and just going. Because that's how I am as a human anyway. I want to be, unfortunately, capitalism's put me in a frame where I have to abide by rules to be a certain amount of freedom. And nowadays, freedom is pretty expensive. Independence is pretty expensive.
Expensive and soon to be limited.
Extinction. Yeah, people, the way we live, me and you live.
Freedom's almost sold out.
Yeah, and also the way that me and you are, just how independent we are. We rely on ourselves. At times we rely on each other. Yeah. But it's pretty limited, and it's hard, and independence is hard to actually succumb to. But there's a lot.
Well, if you watch enough Home Depot commercials, you could have a white picket fence.
That's true. I could build one, but would I be happy with it?
What'd you say about one, Mama?